Hey guys, so I'm going to do a quick unboxing video of the Art Captain plasma cutter. This is the Cut 55 Pro, so this is like supposedly the best one that they make. The Cut 50 is the one that's like $189, and this one basically just has a little bit higher amperage in certain situations and has like app connectivity and a better screen and stuff like that. So I said, oh, this also has a pilot start, so it does not require contact with the tip to start out. So I thought that was kind of cool, so that's what I went for. I figured spend the extra, just a little bit less than $100 more. So this was with a discount code that I found. It was $277 out of the door, I think. So that's not too bad. And I am by no means a professional fabricator, welder, or anything like that. I do a bunch of stuff just for myself, hobby stuff, working on my own stuff. So as we open the box, here's our torch. Nice bag, all zip tied together with a couple of extra tips. Here's the hose that they give you that nobody uses. We'll get to that a little bit. I watched a bunch of videos on these. Grounding clamp. I will say that first impressions of the actual clamp are chintzy, but I'm sure it'll make it ground. A couple of hose clamps for the airline. This is the power cable with the adapter to go from a welder plug to a regular house outlet. I will primarily be hooking this thing up to my welder plug, running 220, 230, whatever. Looks like a bag for the unit. And then it really does amaze me how small this thing is. So there's a manual in there, some nice foam pieces to protect it. Look at that. This thing is tiny. I mean, it is pretty small. So this is all of, I would say maybe 16 inches long, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, yeah, with the regulator, it's about 16 and a half, 17 inches long. It's 5.5 inches wide and about 10 inches tall with the handle. So this thing is itty bitty. It does amaze me that these machines are this small these days. I mean, I grew up using antiques. The plasma cutter my dad has is a cart you roll around in the shop that's got to be yay high. And that thing's specs are probably lower than this unit. I mean, that thing's worn out and it hardly works anymore anyway, but it just amazes me how far things have come. Now, the one thing I didn't find when I was reading into this thing is really how long, like, the cutting capacity of how much you can do at once. And that's where I kind of assume this thing will not stand up to like commercial units. I'm assuming what they would call a duty cycle typically. It's not going to sit there and cut all day long continuously. You're not going to get that out of it, I am assuming. I don't know that for sure, but you wouldn't think for a plasma cutter under $300 that would be the case. So the last thing in the box here is a little manual. basically a thing telling you to download the app for it. Oh, there's some pretty sweet looking stickers in here. That will go on the toolbox. And that is it. So, I'm gonna, as far as the airline thing, if you've watched any other videos, most everybody just puts a quick attach on there to their shop airline. I'm not going to use the barbed fitting with the reinforced hose they gave me. The most I may do is I may use that hose and hook up my own, make it into a whip and put an adapter on the end of the hose. We'll see. Got a regulator on here. Now some of them were encased in the machine. I think that's the regular Cut 50. I didn't really, to be honest with you, when I was shopping for this thing, I just went for the better one. I didn't pick apart small details like that. But I think this will be pretty good, and I'll do another video on how it works once I get it up and running. All right, thanks.